Hello. This is my update for Saturday, the 4th of May. Although, once again, of course, it is after midnight, so we're into Sunday. But let's just gloss over that for a minute. I have got a few little bits and bobs to tell you about this evening. I shall start with what I've been working on. I've done some work this evening, just a couple of hours, on Moonlit Shore number 3. I am loving this colour that it's turning into. It's just so pretty. I'm really liking my sort of bluey purples at the moment. I mean, I have done, I suppose, for a long time, but yeah, they're really speaking to me. So that's going well. I am on the last section of the main part now, and then there's just 5 tiny rows to finish it off, and then the border to do. So I'm intending to work on that in the morning, but we shall see how I feel when I get up. More often than not, I fall asleep again on the sofa on a Sunday morning. I shall try and avoid doing that. We'll see. I have also today started, and in fact almost finished, a new zipper pouch for my markets. I have done the 2 panels. I just need to sew them to the pouch that's going in the middle and crochet around the edges. Yeah, that'll be it. On and block it. There is absolutely no rhyme or reason to the colours. I have done this to use up scrap yarn. I've just pulled out a bunch of little balls of scrappy yarn. It's all 100% acrylic, and I've just used the moss stitch and changed up the colours, done a few rows of each one, then grabbed a new ball, done a few rows of the next one, grabbed a new ball, carried on. So each panel is different to the other. They're chaotic and mad and bright and colourful, and they do not match, but they sort of go together, if that makes sense. And I love it. It's worked out really, really quickly, actually. Obviously, it's not quite finished, but I'm under 2 hours with this. So more of these may appear in the future. I've got one more, I think, of these left upstairs. I'm thinking possibly a granny stitch version for that one. Possibly with the same colours, but I might mix it up. I don't know. We shall see. So that's going to go back upstairs for me to finish it off at some point at the beginning of the week. Because, of course, I need to get things ready for the craft fair that I will be at next weekend. A week today. Just less than a week now. There we go. Right, what else was I going to tell you about? I meant to say tomorrow I have ordered and fully paid for my second advent for this year. I've been waiting for this one. It's by Helen, I think her name is, at Giddy Yarns. And yeah, I've been waiting for it because she announced a little while ago that she was basing it on the Terry Pratchett novel The Hogfather, which I haven't actually read the book, which is very rare for me, but the TV film adaptation is amazing. Death is my favourite Terry Pratchett character, hands down, partly because he likes cats, but just generally because he's brilliant. And I've been assured that that adaptation is pretty faithful to the book. There's changes, obviously, there always are with these things. And this advent, Helen, I think her name's Helen, I'm very sorry if I'm wrong, I'm going to keep saying Helen. What was I saying? She is planning this advent as a read-along. So I'm going to get the book, Kindle edition. And then I can read it while opening the advent in December, which will be very cool. So yes, I'm excited about that. I was going to buy a third one, despite the fact that I can't really afford to. But fate has intervened because it's sold out already. That is the one by a lady whose name I cannot remember. Her podcast is called The Corner of Craft, and I think she also sells under the name Chromatic Yarns. And the advent that she will be producing is based on the Muppets Christmas Carol, which is the best Christmas film. You will not convince me otherwise. And in fact could be the best film of all time. Certainly up there. And it is one that we watch religiously at least once every Christmas, sometimes 2 or 3 times. Because it's just brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. And yeah, it would have been lovely. So I'm really happy for her, obviously, that it's sold out so quickly. And I am quite happy that I'm not spending money that I can't afford. But I am a bit sad that I've missed out on that one. We'll see. So yes, in theory, that's it. There's just 2 advents. Most of the others that I've seen this year have been very pastel-y, which is beautiful, but not really me. But you never know, I might spot another one. Or I might get a non-yarny one. I really shouldn't. Depends how the year goes, financially, I suppose. What else was I going to say? Oh yes, I have been selected to test a new crochet project by Brambles and Heart on Instagram, I think, Shelley. It's a dress pattern for a children's dress pattern. And I've been selected for the largest size, I think because I was the only person who said they could do it, looking at the list, which is a 9 to 10 years. It's a dress pattern. Because I do know a couple of girls of around that age, so hopefully I can gift it to them and maybe convince them to model it for me, or convince their parents to let them model it for me. But really, I'm doing it because I want the pattern to make the much smaller size for my niece Ivy. So, yeah, hopefully it will go well, and then I can make a little baby one as well for the summer for Ivy. So when I head upstairs in a minute, I am going to raid my yarn stash and see. I hope I've got some yarn that will suit for the test, because I've looked at the recommended yarns, suggested yarns, and they're all lovely, but I'd need quite a lot for that big size, 9 to 10 years, and I can't really afford it at the moment. But hey, if I need to, I need to. I'll work it out, it's fine. But I'm hoping I've got something in my stash that'll do. I might have to make an acrylic version, which isn't ideal for this time of year. But I could always say, okay, keep it for, well, I suppose I'll grow out of it. I could give it to someone a bit younger and say, keep it for winter. And then I've got lots and lots of ideas in here for other things to make that are just been buzzing around this evening. So I'm going to go and add them to my to-do list board thing upstairs as well, so that they're on paper and I don't forget about them. When I'll get to making any of them, I've got no idea. I have done a bit more spinning today of my lovely bamboo fibre. It's still going really, really well. I've had no more breakages yet, touch wood. Yeah. I'm planning actually to take that spinning with me to the craft fair on next Saturday, because there's always time when I've got, things go a bit quiet or whatever, and I just need something to do with my hands. And crochet is fine if I take the right kind of project, but I don't want to be taking my glasses on and off all the time. And I think I can, well, no, I know I can spin with my glasses on, which will make things a bit easier for when people do come by and want to chat. Right, I've zoomed through that. I think that was everything I was going to tell you. I am trying to keep these videos short. So yes, I shall end it there, and I shall toddle off upstairs and do those little bits, and come back to you tomorrow. Night night.